Good morning, everybody, and thank you for joining my YouTube channel, Kate May, Modern Day Mystic. Now, we are in the full moon of Sagittarius, so I've written quite a large blog for this, so let's go through it before we get into our tarot cards and see what energy they gives us for this full moon. Okay, so every full moon we know that it's a time of letting go, releasing. Feelings and emotions are likely to run quite high at the moment, particularly because this is a strawberry super moon, so it's closer to the earth. So things are starting to get felt a little bit more, a bit extra sensitivity. I've got a so bad hay fever, you have to bear with me every now and again. It's not been an easy few weeks for some with these retrogrades, and this Saggie will give a nice release to that energy. Some people might find that harder than others, but this is going to give a nice release and welcome a more sort of carefree vibe. Now, this, like I said, this is known as the strawberry moon, so it's a great time to know all the things that have been blocking you, your fear, your anxiety, your stress, your illness, people or jobs, anything that might have been blocking you, anything that you feel you no longer wish to have in your life. Now's the time to release it, remove all the crap basically, and be ready to feel more empowered and ready to be more open to fabulous opportunities there. As a supermoon, it is closer to the earth, so the vibrations can be felt on a deeper level. So you may feel more in tune with yourself and your own needs, but this will also include releasing those emotions. So you might find you are up and down with your feelings. So it's important, as always, to find the balance in things. Now, full moons bring fruition. So what was seeded at the new moon of that sign, so think back to 6 months ago, what you were thinking about 6 months ago, this is now the fruition of it. Has it worked for you? If it has, fabulous, enjoy it, it's there. If it's not worked, that idea, whatever it was, it's now time to let it go. So the moons come in a 6 month cycle from the new moon to the full moon. So what did you start about 6 months ago? What were you thinking about? For me, it was my wedding. 6 months ago, I started to plan the wedding, and oh my God, I so wish I didn't plan it during a Mercury retrograde season. What a time that was, but it was fabulous at the end of the day. It was a perfect day. We just came out of Mercury retrograde on the 4th there from the 3rd. So yeah, it was all right on the night, but what a stressful time in the build-up, particularly the last 2 weeks, I would say. Particularly the last 2 weeks. Yeah, don't plan a wedding in Mercury retrograde. But anyway, any challenges, times you've had as we approach this full moon, we can now be open to receiving that penny dropping moment, that insight. This allows us to be thankful for perhaps the test that we've been put through, and we can be grateful that we've learned something. Sagittarius is all about learning. So what have you learned through these challenges? What I've learned, never to get married again. But what have you learned through the challenges? What have you learned through the ups and downs moment? What have you learned about yourself? What's that penny dropping moment there? The full moon in Sagittarius is when you're most likely to receive philosophical insights, truths that assist in your healing and inspire you to commit onto your path, to perhaps expand your spiritual life and the world as a result. Now, insights in our philosophical and our truth and our healing, so it might not be things that we wanted to hear, but it's going to allow us to move on, allow us to heal there. Now, the full moon is a fire one with that strawberry full moon and the Sagittarius energy there. So it's going to be a one to show us how to use our source within, our burning fire within. And it's a good time to show our best teachers. Now, our best teachers come from within. So wouldn't it be wonderful if we finally learnt that we need to listen to ourselves instead of listening to others there. Expansion through learning is what's called for now. Jupiter, ruling planet of Sagittarius, is expansion and luck. So this could be in the form of learning from past mistakes or actual studying when we talk about learning. Strengthening of your inner voice and consciousness by deepening your understanding of yourself and the divine, finding that balance between the divine and you. I see quite a lot of people blame spirit for a lot of things. It's spirit that did this, it's spirit that did that, I'm going to wait for spirit for this, I'm going to wait for spirit for that, but they forgot their part in it. It needs to be met in the middle. You need to have personal responsibility. You can't just wait or blame spirit for anything and everything. You have a human contract as well, so you have to fulfill your human part of that. Spirit won't do things that you expect them to do. but you need to meet them halfway. But yeah, interesting. So this is about balance. So yin and yang, the thickness, the lightness, the dark, the light, the heavy, whatever it is, it's bringing things into balance. So our human world and the spirit world coming into connection with each other and taking personal responsibility, not blaming spirit or waiting for spirit to do this and that, but you owning your own power. It's empowering to do that. Not ones to mince their word, Sagittarian energy do cut to the truth and they expand on what you want in life. Now, the truth sometimes, like, people don't like to hear the truth, but it's needed. It's needed, but Sagittarians can be a bit cutting with it. So just be mindful with your words at the moment. Sometimes you can say something that you think won't hurt somebody and it actually does. So just be mindful of how you say things, what you say, and how you receive things. Perhaps you receive something a bit too sensitive and it wasn't meant that way, so you might be like a little bit too sensitive at the moment. So just be mindful of all that. Let any old energy come to the surface and be cleared. And see what Jupiter, that planet of Sagittarius, encourages you to expand. Now, as Jupiter will go deep within and stir your psychic senses, if you like, there, and it's really ready to expand on your learning, on your journey, physically and mentally. So you could be traveling yourself, or you could be on your own mental journey there, journey in the mind. But it's about learning, it's about expanding and knowledge and deep understanding, philosophical understandings there. It's easy for me to say. So things to think about in a Sagittarius full moon. Have you been flippant, carefree or careless with your actions lately? Have you been letting yourself get down or be distracted? Have you been arrogant or a bit over cocky? Have you been having commitment problems? Have you been seeing the bigger picture? Now, if you answer yes to these, it's time to make perhaps amends with yourself, learn and let go, to move forward with a clearer mindset and clearer vision of things there. So go back over and think, have I? Or do you know someone in your life that's been that type of person? You might think, wow, they're just pulling on that Sagittarius energy. Maybe it's out of character there. My altar for this full moon, it's got a few tarot cards that are personal, of what I want to be fulfilled there, or what I want to be released. As crystals of citrine for abundance and jade for luck, connecting to the Jupiter there. It has a yellow candle this month. I've done a yellow candle to encourage fun and laughter and happy vibes. Very much Sagittarians, very much fun and joyful and wanting to enjoy life. Sagittarians connect to the 9th house in the astrological wheel, which has the influence of long distance travel, adventures, fortune, luck and teacher. So these are the areas that are going to be expanded, or these are the areas that are going to be important right now. Fire signs, Sagittarians are ambitious, restless. They seek adventure and live life to the max. They don't like to be bossed about much. They prefer to be the boss, and they prefer to teach others the way to do things rather than to be taught to a degree, although they do like learning. They need their freedom, so anyone trying to control them will be shown the door quickly and abruptly. They do have a great sense of humour and can win people over with their charm. However, they can be cold and blunt at times, leaving those more sensitive feeling hurt and a bit lost or confused. Ruled by the planet of luck, Jupiter, they may seem to always fall on their feet, and that can apply to all of us now. We've just got that extra luck and turning things around. Sagittarius are great company for those that can handle them. They love to travel, have fun with adventures, and they're not afraid to take risks. Now I'm going to move straight into our affirmations and the tarot card spread. The tarot card ruled by Sagittarius is temperance, so balance, travel, patience, and knowing that there's a long wait for things, or that we're in this for the long haul, but also knowing that spirit will be looking over us. So affirmations: I am accepting the things that take time. I'm ready to get a better understanding of the universe and all around me. I am confident and ready to enjoy life. I am open to learning more for my higher good. I have patience and trust the universe and spirit world will provide and support. I am confident and ready to enjoy life. I am willing to have more fun and adventure. I can achieve what I set out for. I am ready to move on from the past. And let's have a look at the tarot spread for the full moon in Sag now. take some of those affirmations, write them down. Okay, the first one, where are we? Adventures coming your way, the Emperor, adventures coming your way. Now here it's about being master of your own destiny, taking the lead, being in charge. So any adventures coming your way, you're going to be maybe on top of things and in charge of things, but it's also structure. So this will be things where boundaries are going to be important to do with adventures. This is going to be things where there's it's a major card, so it could be quite big. It could be things to do in the public. It could be things to do with on a wider scale of things, and leading others and being a strong influence of love others there as well. So adventures coming your way. This is going to be adventurous for you. This is going to be empowering for you. But there's going to need to be boundaries put in adventures. There's going to need to be some structure or some organisation. Maybe it's not going to be so carefree that you can just do what you want when you want. There might need to be a little bit more structure coming in there. What to leave behind. I'm going to have to put a little thing here because I can't do that. What to leave behind. Okay, let's have a look. What to leave behind. Justice card. So anything that's not served you, anything that you're done with, anything legal, whether you won, whether you lost, anything that has a legal complication or legal connection, now's the time to let it go. Now's the time to leave it behind. Anything where you feel like justice hasn't been served or where justice was served, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, now's the time to draw the line and move on to some things new. Stop talking about the past as far as legal or things that to do with balance and fairness going on. Now, it also indicates here your responsibilities and your actions, karmic energy here, what to leave behind. This is a great reset time. This is a time to just think, you know what, that was there, that's happened, and now I'm moving forward. And again, all about bringing balance into your life there. If you've been dealing with important things that have been a bit heady, perhaps have a pause from that and just bring in a bit of fun. Lessons to learn, all to do with money. Get in a balance with your money. Get into the point where you can be a bit more secure, independent, not having to rely on others, but nurturing your own self, nurturing your own money there. And nurturing yourself, learning to love yourself, nurture yourself and pay attention to your needs, not just everybody else's, but security coming in that. Lessons to learn, all about your security. Okay, what is expanding for you now? Oh, we like the money. What is expanding for you now? More money is coming in. So a balance, a bonus, a share out of money, or being in a position where you can weigh things up a bit better, perhaps pay off old debt, perhaps finish things, clear debt. Maybe that's coming in here with the Queen as well. But bringing more balance financially and, yeah, receiving, giving, taking, balance around money there. What is expanding for you? What is expanding for you? Another money card. What is expanding for you? Well, things are moving on now. Now, it's although these are money cards, they also come in with practical things, so home or practical doing things, and action of a material connection there. So what is expanding for you? This quite literally could be work coming in now. It's a commitment card. It's taking the idea and doing something with it. So there is more money to be made. There is more work to be had. Or even in relationships or home area, what's expanding for you? Whatever you're ready now to take that next step, whatever you're ready to commit to, that's what is going to expand for you. And your full moon message, it's a page of wands. Just go for it. Keep dreaming up those good ideas. Keep thinking about new things to expand, to bring into your life. Have a little bit of fun. Have a bit of enthusiasm with life. The message is to enjoy things, to add to what you already know, to expand on things, but also have a bit of fun with life, with work, with whatever you've got. Try and find the fun. Try and find that childlike energy. Your inner child can come in with this as well. Find your inner child and play with that inner child. Be some fun, be creative there, and don't stop coming up with new ideas and creating things. So there you have it. That is your Sagittarius full moon. Quite a lot there. Vibe, what's going on. So I hope that makes sense. If you want to book that reading for yourself, just message me and we'll bring it in for you. Take care. I'll see you soon.